Hey everybody, Dr. Greco here. Welcome to Ministry in a Minute. We've been talking about missions this week, and we defined missions as anything that a church or a Christian does to reach lost people. And we said it should be primary. And one of the things I want to discuss about missions is the fact that it's not programmatic, but it's personal, and it's everyone's job. In the School of Ministry, we use a book called Revolution in World Missions by K.P. Yohannan. A fabulous book. He was the director of Gospel for Asia and just revolutionized how the world did missions. And up until 20 years ago or so, missions was very colonial in its style. Western countries would send missionaries, and they would not just try to minister the gospel, but they would teach kind of how we do church. And one of the problems with that is that cultures weren't honored. And what Yohannan says is that mission work, whether it's personal, you reaching your neighbor, or international, should be indigenous. And what that means is that the people in a given culture reach those other people in their culture. And so foreign missionaries don't come in and take years to learn the language. They train up people in that culture and let the people in a given culture reach that culture. That has very, very profound effects on the local church, because what it teaches us is that we are responsible for reaching our neighbors. Not a church program, not the preacher, but you. You witness to your neighbor. You're the indigenous person on your street. And when you think about it, yes, churches are called to have programming, but for what? So that you can bring your neighbor and then afterwards follow up with your neighbor. This is indigenous missions. This is all over the scriptures. 1 Peter 4, verse 10. As each one has received a gift, use it to serve one another as good stewards of God's varied grace. Okay? Love one another well. Love the people in your neighborhood well. And missions will happen indigenously through interpersonal relationships. Locally, worldwide, people are the church, and people are responsible for missions. We'll see you tomorrow for another Ministry in a Minute.